Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. Today we're here to check out the Realme 8 5G that was just launched in Malaysia. So at the time of my review, I wasn't able to tell the price yet, but according to Realme, it's going to be under 900 ringgit, and I'm going to put the actual price on the display itself. Alright, so in this video, it's just going to be me sharing my 1 week plus experience with the Realme 8 5G right here and telling you everything you need to know and whether this might be a good purchase for you in your next purchase decision. Alright, so first up, we're just going to talk a little bit about the design and build quality. As you can see here, the design is really nothing much to talk about here. It is very generic and it just looks like any other budget smartphone that you can find in the market today. But the good news here is that if you like the kind of simplistic, kind of minimalist design, this is something that you might actually like. And the good news here also is that it doesn't feel too heavy and it actually feels quite good in hand. Now at the front right here, do note that we do have a cutout at the top left corner for that selfie camera. So it's not a very small one here, but you do get that cutout at the top left corner. Honestly speaking, it doesn't bother me that much, but I thought I should also mention it in this video. Alright, now in terms of actually using the device, let's talk a bit about the display here. So we do have a 1080p 90Hz refresh rate LCD panel that is actually quite good. And what I mean by that is there are a lot of other budget devices out in the market today, but this is actually one of those better LCDs with very good brightness levels here, very good contrast levels as well as saturation levels. So you might be surprised to hear that from an LCD panel because it sounds like an AMOLED, but if you just turn on your dark mode, you'll be able to see that the device here does come with a pretty dark kind of display at the back here. So in my books, it's definitely one of the better LCDs, especially at this budget or affordable price point. So definitely you're not missing out anything in terms of the LCD. It is a good display. Alright, next thing we want to talk about here is the performance of this device. So powering the Realme 8 5G here is the Dimensity 700. My device here comes with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory. Now, using this device here really depends on the kind of UI optimizations that are coming from the brand itself. For example, some phones comes with MIUI, others come with ColorOS, but this one here comes with the Realme UI, and I'm pleased to say that it is actually quite good to use. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Realme UI at all, but what I can say here is that all the settings and everything is just very straightforward and very easy to use. Even if you're coming from a different kind of UI, you'll be feeling very much at home when you get to use the Realme UI here, which also, one thing I must point out here does look a little bit close to stock Android. Now, it's not very close, but it looks slightly closer, a bit better than other themes out there or other UIs out there that entirely changes the entire outlook of the phone itself. Alright, so that's one thing that you need to know about here. Like I said, on a daily use, everything is very smooth and very nice to use. I've got my Instagram right here. Actually, let me just allow that very quickly. I haven't uploaded anything right here. So yeah, this is the kind of Instagram, the speeds and all that you can expect to get from Instagram right here. And browsing on this has never been an issue. Facebook is also pretty smooth here. Of course, playing games, if you're going to play a lot of games on this device right here, I really recommend you to go in the medium settings because that will give you the best performance in terms of your gaming. So I do have Mobile Legends and PUBG installed because those are the games that I play the most, and I must say that the experience with it is very, very much acceptable, especially at those medium settings. Alright, next thing we want to talk about here is the cameras at the back. So we do have 3 sensors, as you can see right here. This one right here is sort of a cheat because it's actually not there. But yeah, we do get a 48 megapixel main sensor, a 2 megapixel depth, and a 2 megapixel macro. So effectively, you only have one main camera. Yep, so with the 48 megapixel camera, the good news here is that you're able to get some pretty decent shots. And what I mean by that is on a good day, with good sunlight and all that, you're actually able to get some pretty nice images coming out from the Realme 8 5G over here. I'm very surprised with the quality that I'm getting here, especially when I compare it to other devices of the similar price range. It really shows that Realme here is actually improving compared to their other devices which didn't turn out that great. So I'm quite happy with the performance of the camera from the Realme 8 5G right here. It is something that is definitely usable, especially if you're sharing a lot of them on your social media. So camera wise, not to worry guys, the main sensor is pretty good, but I did wish we had a wide angle sensor instead of this depth and macro lens, which I don't know, maybe you use it, but I don't use it at all. So yeah, that's what you get with the Realme 8 5G over here. Now, next thing we want to talk about here is the speakers at the bottom. So we only have a single firing speaker. It's not a stereo speaker. The sound coming from this device here, honestly speaking, is not the best. What I mean by that is that it just sounds a little bit broken. I don't know how to put it in words. Just so you know, this isn't the best sounding speaker, but again, this is an affordable device right here. So for the price, I would say that I don't think that the speaker is a deal breaker. The good news here is that you still get that headphone jack at the bottom. So if you don't like the audio coming out from the speakers, you can just put in your own earphones and you'll be good there. Alright, last but not least, let's talk a little bit about the battery at the back here. So we do have a 5000 mAh battery, which actually lasted pretty long. It was able to do about 2 days on one single charge, and I haven't seen that much these days, especially on newer devices today. So 2 days is possible on this device right here. Obviously, we don't have 5G in Malaysia yet, so I can't tell with 5G how will the battery perform, but so far everything is looking pretty good, and I would say that at least one single day on one charge will be possible with the 5G on the Realme 8 5G right here. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much what you need to know about the Realme 8 5G. Overall, I would say that this device here is pretty solid for the price it's asking. You're getting a very decent 5G device right here. Everything runs very smoothly. We have a decent camera, although we don't have the wide angle. Very nice display here actually, and a good battery at the back of the Realme 8 5G. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to share today with you guys. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. If you like honest reviews like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!